Hi, my name is Edward Pritchett, and welcome to an introduction to Symmetry Financial Group. I want to share with you what has been a life-changing thing for myself and my family. I've worked with this company since October of 2010. And before that, I had been in the insurance industry for about 2 years as a captive insurance agent. And man, was I ready to go back to being an engineer after 2 years as a captive agent. But thankfully, I found an opportunity whenever I met one of the owners and founders of Symmetry Financial Group, now powered by Quility. And when he sat down with me and showed me what this system was being built to do, I found something that I could really believe in. I could find purpose in what we had available here at Symmetry and what has now become Symmetry powered by Quility. So allow me to share this with you, and maybe right now, this is what you're looking for. Maybe you're in that place where you're a life insurance agent and you've been trying in so many different ways to figure out how to make this industry work for you. You hear about all the income and the money, the resources that are available in insurance, but you're not seeing it for yourself. Maybe this is for you. Maybe you're someone who you've never really thought about doing insurance, but you heard it might be a good thing. You're doing something else right now, but you're willing to try something different. You're willing to step out and look at something that could change the direction of your career and the direction of your finances and your family's finances. Then you're in the right place. Because at the end of this, you'll understand what we do, how we do it, and if you might be a fit for who we are, and allow us to have a conversation with you to see if you're a fit for us. So let's get started. So why Symmetry Financial Group? Now, Symmetry allows us to have the ability to leverage the insurance industry to be able to grow our own business. One of the things that I've always loved about this company from the day I first started is one of the taglines, and you can read yourself, like some of the different things that you can get from being a part of Symmetry, but the tagline for this company from day one has been sharing the wealth of opportunity. This is a $1 trillion industry, the life and just life and annuity, $1 trillion a year industry. That's resources flowing from consumers to insurance carriers, and we as agents are the people who help direct that. So if you want to be in the process of helping to move those funds and being able to be very well compensated for doing that, Symmetry might be for you, because it's going to allow you to get all these things that you see here. Now, another thing about Symmetry is that the culture here is not just top-notch, it's beyond grade. I don't even know how to compare it whenever I look and see what's happening in our industry in general. I have friends in different captive organizations and other IMOs and FMOs, and I hear some of the things that happen there, and this isn't saying that Symmetry is perfect, but man, do we not fight for our people. Our first core value is relationships matter, people come first. And that's what I've seen over the past 13, going on 14 years here with this company. Let's talk about how that started though. It started back in 2009. Brendan Ellison, Casey Watkins, Meredith Ellison, and Brian Pope came together in a unique situation. They had all been working in different aspects of the independent insurance field. Brian had been working for years and built up a large organization that sold to a Fortune 500 company for tens of millions of dollars. Brendan, Casey, Meredith had been working in the IMO world and figuring out that, man, there's a good opportunity here, but it's not being able to duplicate down to our agents in the way we would like it to do. And so they were able to partner together and came up with, at the time, Symmetry Financial Group, which was here to just empower agents to be able to take advantage of what's available in the market. And since then, it's gone on to become the company that it is today, which we'll get into here shortly. So let's talk about who Symmetry Financial Group is. Symmetry Financial Group is a subsidiary of Quility Insurance Holding. Now, Quility was started by those same individuals that we just talked about here before. And the reason for that is they understood that Symmetry is a great distribution channel, but it needed additional support. It needed support in the terms of data, technology, other resources that could be tied into what we do in the distribution channel. And that's where we get this whole idea of Symmetry is now powered by Quility, because we get to take advantage of a larger suite of tools and products because of Quility. I mentioned earlier the first core value being relationships matter and people come first, and this is one of the places I like to start with. These are the core values of this company. And if these values match your values, then we might be a fit, right? So that's why I wanted to let you guys kind of take a look and read through these, but some of the key ones that are necessary for success here are the first three. Well, we've already discussed relationships matter, people come first, but that relentless pursuit of personal growth. This is a business where you're not coming in here to be a W-2 employee. You're coming in as a 1099 agent looking to build your own business. And the only way to build a strong business is to build a strong you. That's your mind, that's your body, that's your spirit, that's your soul. Like, I get it, you can say that that's out there, but it's not. Like, that's what we see in all the data, all the research these days, is that people who work on themselves in all areas of their life perform better, do better, are happier, make more money, live longer, all that. And so that's why that's one of the second parts of our core value, is that if that's what you're doing, man, you're not only gonna have a great business, but you're gonna be able to have a great life. Open, honest, and productive communication. Good things, bad things, they all happen, right? In business, we hope that we're always doing the best possible things. Guess what? Sometimes that doesn't happen. We work with clients all across the country. We work with agents all across the country. I'm sorry, everything doesn't go perfect all the time, but if we enter conversations with that ideal of open, honest, and productive communication, so much more happens. So these are the things, you can read through the others, these are the things that really drive who we are as a company and have been core to this company since the foundation. Now, what is it that we do? It's pretty basic. Like, you can say sell life insurance, and yes, sell life insurance is what we do, but it's about protecting the journey that our clients are on. That's everything from when they're children, when the children are born and they need something to get themselves started, when they're buying a house. Mortgage protection has always been one of the places that we've done marketing around. People get married, people see new birth into their life, death in their life, change their jobs, they're looking for retirement, they're looking to plan and grow their wealth. All of these things we're able to do. Now, as an agent, you don't have to learn all these things day one, but this gives you an idea of all that you'll be able to do for your clients. Now, in order to do that, we had to find the right partnerships, and that's the carriers that we have. I started as a captive agent, and I did that work where all I could sell was my company's product. And it was an okay product, but like there were plenty of people that I couldn't help, and there were plenty of people that there was definitely something better for them out there. And so we've partnered with companies like Mutual of Omaha, F&G, Gerber Life, AIG, Transamerica, Foresters, America. I mean, the list goes on and on. But these companies are partnering with us, and not just as distributors of product, but they're helping us to create products with them. So we'll talk about some of the proprietary products that we have here shortly. Now, is there a need for life insurance? You probably wouldn't be watching this if you didn't think there was a need for life insurance. We know that there's needs. You see the stats. Like, at the end of the day, people understand now more than they ever have that life is short, and that funds, finances, money helps to make things smoother. Okay, that's all it is. It's a resource. And so we're able to help provide that to clients all across the country in so many different ways. It's not just about the death benefit anymore. Now it's about what can I do while my clients are living, right? Now it's about the IULs and infinite banking. It's about participating whole life and getting out of debt. It's about annuities and planning for retirement. So these are the different things that we're able to do when it comes to helping protect our clients. And our clients know that there's a need. That's why they're filling out lead forms to this day, right? That's why they're clicking on an ad, they're making a phone call, they're saying, hey, can someone explain and help me understand? And that's our job, is to now go out and have the conversation with those clients and help them take care of the need that they know that they have. Here's how we've been doing, all right? Going back to 2009, you can see that it has been a steady rise upward, even through some of the crazy stuff that has happened over the last 14 years. Now, one of the things that I will point out, our 2022 to 2023, guys, we stayed pretty even. This has been a year, and why I'm so excited to share right now the opportunity that we have here, this has been a year of internal growth. This has been a year of let's make some adjustments, let's do some pruning, like we've figured out this whole virtual selling thing. Now, how do we make it better? How do we invest more back and spend more time working on our sales skills than pushing out to grow? Now we have that, and it's time to go. When the rest of the industry, and you can go out and look in the rest of the independent channel industry, they haven't been seeing even steady growth over this past year or two. They've been seeing dips and declines. So I'm excited for where we are now because we have been able to spend that time and really reinvest internally here during 2023. And now, 2024, moving forward, it's time to get back to the growth that we've seen in the past. So how do we do that? How do we enable our agents to go out and help clients? Back in 2022, we don't have the final numbers for 2023 yet, but we invested over $46 million in lead generation just in 2022. That's gonna come out to be a larger number for 2023. It'll be a larger number for 2024. Because leads aren't just the direct mail leads that people used to work 10, 15, 20 years ago. Now it's a mix of direct mail, digital, telemarketing, like there's all these different lead types, and then you also have different external pressures like the FCC, for example, that is saying, here's what you can do with leads, here's what a lead looks like and how you can market it, and how. That's what Symmetry gets to step in and help handle for us as agents, so that we're able to have that telephone call with someone who's looking for the product that we have to offer, okay? Now, when it comes to how we help agents then get on the road to success, once they have a lead resource, is how do you sell this product? Remember we talked about that commitment to ongoing self-improvement, like working on yourself. Part of working on ourselves is working on our sales skills, working on our marketing skills, using a CRM and technology to help us do more in business than we would do just filling out an Excel spreadsheet every single day. So these are the systems and the tools and the processes that we give to every single agent, and your job, your work then is to actually use it, to learn it, so that you can grow yourself and be the best version of an agent you can possibly be. Now, I mentioned Quility earlier, right? So Quility for Symmetry agents is where we're able to bring in all these different resources and tools that many other agencies just don't have, all right? So Quility kind of being that, all knowing, all seeing, like looking towards the future, looking and analyzing the past, so that we can figure out what are the things that the distribution channel needs. Some of those things are like leads. So we have the Quility Leads Marketplace. We have our CRMs that Quility has worked to make sure that we can get in contact with our clients in a quick and simple way. We have our Quility Navigator, which allows us to interact with our carriers and write instant decision business for our clients faster than, I would say, just about anybody else out there. There may be a couple that are just as fast, but we're right there as far as speed to be able to give someone a policy number as I've seen anything. There's nothing that I've seen that is like it out there in the market right now. In addition to that, our HQ platform to help you run your business, and then of course the learning management through Summit, so that you can have a pathway from a starting contract all the way to the top contract here at Symmetry. There's a pathway for you to continue to learn how to build and grow your business, okay? As I was mentioning, HQ allows you to really see your business in one place and have access to all the different tools, all the different trainings, the metrics, the numbers, the analytics. Everything is there available for you at the tip of a button. My staff, my team uses our HQ site all the time to manage and run our business. Quility U and Summit, this is where you get that opportunity to have that continued education, all right? If you're just getting started, like I don't know hardly anything about life insurance, fantastic. Start at step 1 and work your way up. Hey, I know a lot about insurance. I've been in the industry for a while. Hey, start at step 1. You'll go faster through step 1 through 5 because you should know most of it, but it's gonna give you a refresh, and then you can continue on to advance your skills and grow what you can do. Maybe you're someone who wants to get into the IUL market, get into the annuity market, get into the financial advising world and the securities license world. We have pathways within Quility U that don't cost you anything other than your time to go through that training so that you can get that certification. Really love the fact that we have platforms like Switchboard, Ninja Dollar, some of the different CRMs that are available to our agents, where you can go in and be able to put in your leads, have it start helping you make your dials, have a place to take all your notes, have your scripting, have everything is at your fingertips so that you can run your business from one spot. Navigator, as I said earlier, this is our partnership. 3 of our core carriers, SBLI, American Amicable, Legal in General, they've partnered with us to have instant decision products that are available to our clients, and we're able to go in and tell them what the price, the quote, the number that they will get covered, put in their basic health information, and typically within 8 to 12 minutes, go through an application, hit submit, and get a decision saying you're approved or they're not approved, right? And so you're able to get clients covered today, right now. They pay their premium today. You get paid your commission tomorrow. I don't know how much faster it can be when it comes to being able to help and protect the clients the way that we can do using something like Quility Navigator. These are a couple of the ways that those products work. Right now we have our different term products that are available through Navigator. We also have final expense products, and we have digital IUL products and debt-free life products coming soon. They're not ready yet. Hopefully by Q3 of 2024, we should have those products, which just imagine a instant decision IUL product. I know you IUL people, that gets you salivating just a little bit, like that's on the way with Quility Navigator. Our leads marketplace is another one of those things that Quility has really brought into one spot where I can now see the different lead types. I can get lead data sheets, so we are able to track the data on how leads are actually working. And by tracking that data, we're able to price those leads based on what the actual return to you as an agent is. And the target for any lead type that we have is around, for every $1 you spend on a lead, we're wanting to see $4 coming back to you, okay? So you're able to really see what that looks like, see what an average agent should get, what the top performing agent should get from that particular lead, and help make those decisions around what lead types are going to be best fit for you as you build and grow your business. And those lead types come across all different types of market, everything from mortgage protection, final expense, and general life, to IULs, annuities, and other advanced market options. Now, the couple of other things I definitely want to hit on, and I know I'm going through a lot of this fast, and this is where, this is what I mean by Quility Insurance Holdings makes sure that we as Symmetry agents have the strongest distribution channel out there. Our preferred client services features, what that does is we know that agents, they go out, they build up a book of business, but sometimes they don't follow up as they probably should. All right, so PCS, Preferred Client Services, gives you the opportunity to let your book of business be managed by qualified agents that are there for you. So they're reaching out to your clients, make sure, hey, are you doing well? How are things going? Are there any changes, anything you need to update? And by the way, is there anything that we can help you out with now? And if they're able to help them out with something at that point in time, you get a portion of the commission, and that agent that's servicing that book of business gets a portion of the commission, right? So you're still out there with the new clients, building your book of business, but they're conserving your existing book of business and getting more revenue out of it by helping those clients with the things that they need. So I love the fact that we have PCS available. It's helped our businesses tremendously and opened up a lot more opportunities, because so many of our clients are still looking for other things. We've moved on. And so this helps remind us as agents that we're supposed to be there for our clients, not just when we first sell the product, but for their lifetime. Now, leadership development, this is another one of those key things. We have kind of combined everything between Quility U, our Key Leaders Academy and Agency Owner Academy, along with our Ripple model, which is pioneered by Mrs. Meredith Ellison. And that really, Ripple is about making that difference. As the name implies, what's that drop in the bucket that you can do that can make a difference across our insurance industry, across the communities that we live and serve in, and how can we build on that so that not only are we building strong businesses, but we're being impactful to the communities that we live in. But these are all part of the overall leadership development that's available for agents of Symmetry. All right, so we've gone through what it is we do and how we're able to do it, the systems, the processes, and I know that was a lot quickly, okay? And what I want you to understand in that is this is what's available to you. Like, people ask me all the time, so how much does this cost? Well, it costs the effort and work that you put into it, and the fact that we are gonna give you this value because we want you to put value back in the company. We want you to go out and help clients. The more clients you help, the more the company grows, the more we can continue to do what we do, okay? So let me break down as simply as I can the business model so that you understand how we get compensated for helping clients out with life insurance, okay? So you've probably seen this before. It's the cash flow quadrants, Robert Kiyosaki. This is just a quick model of it, but most people work in that employee quadrant, right? That's 95% of people these days. They're in the employee quadrant in one way or another, okay? You have a job, right? You trade time, you get paid. Now, most insurance agents are in the self-employed quadrant, all right? They own a job. They still have to put in time in order to get paid, because if you stop making sales, you don't get paid a commission. Where Symmetry comes in, what we're able to do with our system is Symmetry is that bridge between the self-employed quadrant and the business owner quadrant, all right? It allows us to be able to move from the place where I'm being paid off my feet to I'm being paid off of helping others go out and earn the income that they want to. Henry Ford said it best, I'd rather get paid 1% off of 100 people's work than 100% of my own. So to start off with, we have to have a way to get paid. So we have our compensation model. Our starting contract is at 80% and it goes up to 130%. Now, what I love about our model over the past 13 years that I've been with this company is the fact that I know this compensation is gonna only improve for me. Over the years that I've been with this company, I've been able to see them increase compensation over time as the company grew. They planned ahead. They didn't start way high and say, well, we gotta scale it back down. We started where, how can we scale this thing up as we grow? And how can we add bonuses versus having to subtract and take away? And so that forward thinking that our company has had, that our owners and founders have had from the get-go, is what allows us to start at 80%, be able to go up to 130%, and on top of that, have bonuses at almost every level. From the starting brand new agent in your first month, there's a bonus that you can earn 10% on top of, well, I'm getting ahead of myself, we'll get to that, but there's bonuses there all the way up to once you're at 130% contract and you help others get to that 130% contract, there's additional bonuses available for you as well. You can take either the producer's track, which is there in the dark blue, or the agency builder track. The agency builder track, you get to count your production and your teams, and we'll talk about that here in a minute as well. So as I mentioned earlier, there is that slingshot bonus for brand new agents on your first month when you start at the 80% contract. If you want to get to 85 in 1 month versus 2 months, instead of doing 2,500 over a 2-month period of time, if you do 5,000 in 1 month, you could get moved up to an 85% contract, and you could get a 10% bonus on what you wrote in month 1. All right, so that means in month 1, it was like you were on a 90% contract. You can do that again in month 2, you can do that again in month 3. So do the math on that. Like, you can, right from the get-go, it's like you're at a 90, 95, 100% contract with the bonus that comes back in from Symmetry, and you're moving and scaling up your contract level at the same time. So if you're a part-time agent, so maybe you have a full-time job and you're looking to do this on a part-time basis, what we look at for that is someone who is 15 to 20 hours a week. The goal is to place 6 policies per month, which means you're probably gonna sell between 8 and 10 policies to place 6. You're on an 80% contract level. The average premium for a policy for us right now is around $1,200 in annual premium volume, or the client is paying $100 a month, multiply that by 12, $1,200 annually, so that's the annual premium volume, and that's how we're compensated by the carriers. Now, the carrier advance is 75%, so you can do the math as you see down there. Your commission owed to you is $7,200 for that particular month, okay? 80% contract level, so that's $5,760 that you will be paid. They're gonna advance you 75% of that up front. Do that 12 months in a row, that's $51,840 in advance commission. And then that 25% that they held, they pay that out in months 10, 11, and 12 of that first policy year, as long as that client is paying their premium, as long as they're continuing to pay the premium on that. So that would equal up to $69,120 in commission paid out to you for the work that you did over that first year, okay? Now, next we're gonna move on to a full-time agent, but I wanted you to kind of take a look at that, have a second to look at that. That way, if you have questions, jot those down, and when you talk back with your hiring coordinator or during your interview, you can ask any questions that you need around that. But we want to make sure that you have a second to process that information. All right, let's talk about a full-time agent, okay? As a full-time agent, we're looking at 35 to 40 hours per week that you're going to be putting in to working as a full-time sales agent, okay? This isn't building your business time. This is just going out and make sure that you're getting the production that you need in order to build a business. Now, at this point, you should be writing around 20 policies per month, placing 15. Your numbers could be higher, but this is just what we do as far as plan for the averages, okay? This is what we typically see. About 75% of what we write is what should definitely get issued and stay on the books. $1,200 in annual premium is still the average case size. You're on a 95% contract level, 75% carrier advance. So that's $18,000 of production per month. At a 95% commission level, that's $17,100 that the carriers owe you. They're gonna advance you 75% of that. So over 12 months, your advance commission is gonna be $153,000. When you get the rest of that business stays on the books, as it stays on the books, month 10, 11, and 12, when you get the rest of that, that can bring that total first year compensation to over $205,000. Now, people ask me this all the time. Okay, so that's my gross revenue. How much am I gonna spend in order to do that? Well, at this level, you're probably spending anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 a month on your lead resources, clients that are wanting to see you and talk with you, okay? So if that's the case, do the math on that. If you're only spending $1,000 a month, deduct $12,000 in business expenses. If you're spending $24,000, deduct $24,000 in business expenses. And there you take your net. Now you still got to pay Uncle Sam. You know, there's still a couple of things that you may want to put in there as far as cost of business, but that's one great thing about being 1099. Now, beyond just being a producer, we do have the ability to build a business, and we have what is called our agency ownership program. This is something that has been personally impactful to me in the sense that I've had to deal with it, where I had an agent who worked with me for a period of time and they passed away. Actually, it's happened multiple times over this. Some of those agents had built organizations that were sizable. They were doing a lot of volume. Now, in many places, if that happens, the family might just be told, oh yeah, we'll pay you this percentage of the income for a little period of time and then it's gone. Or, you know, some other arrangement, like we'll buy you out for pennies on the dollar. With Symmetry, and I want you to hear this, with Symmetry, you can name a beneficiary to your agency, where if something happens to you, if something happened to me, my wife would be able to step in. She's, of course, a licensed agent, and would be able to step in, and everything, not a percentage, not a part, but everything of the revenue and the income that I've built over the last 13 years continues to flow to her, all right? And as that continues to grow in the future, that continues to go to her. So this is a business that you can truly pass on. And there's other clauses in there, such as retirement, critical illness, chronic illness, things of that nature. But this one is the most important one to me. So agency ownership is a big deal. Make sure you really look through and read what that means if you're looking or thinking about somewhere else. What does it mean there versus what does agency ownership mean here with Symmetry Financial Group? Now, here's how we build an agency. Okay, so let's say that you're this young lady here, you're at 105% contract, you hire these 6 individuals, there are contracts going from 80% all the way up to 100%, right? You develop what's called spread. So the difference between your contract and their contract is spread or override that the insurance carriers are going to pay to you. Now, you're not taking from those agents, right? Like, they still earn their commission, they still earn their income. You're just getting an opportunity to, by helping them, get to participate in their wins. So the more they win, the more you win, okay? So let's look at what that looks like. So if you're going out there doing $15,000 in personal production at 105% contract, your organization is doing $35,000 in agency production, average spread being 15%. You have 75% carrier advance that applies to your personal production and to override commissions. Here's how those numbers work out. Your personal production, over $11,000 in advance commission. The agency production, you're getting $3,937 in commission on advance from the production that they've done, bringing your total to over $189,000 for the year, especially when you include that you still get paid that back end, that 25% that was held on both your business and the business that your team wrote. So $252,000 if you're able to recoup 100% of that back end 25% carrier hold on what you and your team have done. So I want you to, just like with the others, take a second to kind of process what that looks like for you. As I talk about, here's where the Pritchett Agency is right now. Our agency is typically doing over $1 million a week in production. 4 to 5, sometimes over $5 million a month in production, and that's only going to grow as we continue to move forward. So that's where my agency has grown to. From this example is a $50,000 agency to now, after 13 years, I have an agency that's doing 4 to 5, like I said, sometimes over $5 million a month in volume. So let's take a look at what that would look like if you had a $500,000 agency, okay? So a $500,000 agency, you're probably not having to do personal production. I still strongly believe personal production is a key to building an agency. So even myself, I continue to go out and do personal production, but you don't, that's a choice now at this point in time. Your agency is doing $500,000 in placed volume on a monthly basis at this point. Your spread stays in that 15% range, but you could play around with the numbers and even drop it down to 10%, but let's go with 15% for this example. You have the 75% carrier advance, and the way that looks is you have $56,250 in revenue for the agency coming in on a monthly basis, $675,000 a year in advance commission, and then when the back end commission gets paid out, that's right at $900,000 a year in total compensation. Now at this point in time, there are additional bonuses that come in from Symmetry. As I mentioned earlier, you have bonuses at the producer level all the way up to the top level. At this point, the average bonus right now is around $19,000 a month, okay, at this particular level. So that's another $228,000 a year in annual bonuses, bringing your total to $1.128 million a year in revenue. Now I say revenue because at this point in time, you probably want to hire a staff. You want to maybe have an office. You want to do a couple of other things. So this is the revenue for your business, but that's a solid business if I do say so myself. If that's your revenue and you can keep your costs or your expenses down, which that's one great thing about the insurance industry, there's not a whole bunch of expenses that we have to have, okay? So as I mentioned earlier, that we have best-in-class bonuses, everything from our slingshot bonus when you're first getting started, capital bonuses for our agency owners, the 130 and equity bonuses for those top contract levels. There are others, producer's bonus, bird dog bonus, Sherpa bonus. These are things that you can talk with the person that you're working with right now to find out a little bit more about. But I'll tell you this right now, the main ones that you would want to worry about are the producer's bonus and the slingshot bonus. How can you maximize those when you're first getting started? And then that will allow you to be able to maximize the others as you learn more and as you grow. Here's the thing, you don't have to see all the way from New York to San Francisco in order to start that drive, right? You just got to see that 300 feet in front of you, okay? So don't get too caught up. I get it, everybody wants to know everything, and I'm not against you asking questions, please do, but make sure that you set it up in a way that you can take advantage of everything that we do have to offer, which, you know, this includes some of the perks such as the life insurance that we offer for Symmetry agents. No cost to you for that first year. Hey, if you're selling it, you should probably have it. So ask about that. We also have health policies that are available so that you can make sure that your family is protected and covered. We call this our Protect the Protector. In addition to that, I love this industry just because of the trips and incentives that are available. We travel the world just by going out and helping our clients. These are some of the places that we're headed to this year, and there's even more that are set up for this coming year. So the next step, I won't take any more of your time, get back with the person who shared this video with you, whether that's a coordinator, another agent. Ask them, when can I actually interview and share why I feel that I would be a fit? What are 3 reasons that you feel like you would be a fit for who we are and what we do at Symmetry? And if you come and bring those 3 things and actually execute on them and follow the systems and the processes that we have in place, I promise you, this will be a life-changing experience for you. But it's really up to you. So I wish you the best on your journey. Again, my name is Edward Pritchett, and hopefully I get a chance to talk with you soon.